Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Turbo farts!
Thank you. Harrison Caves.
Let's look for a parking spot. There's one? Nope.
You ever
got one of them up here. Harrison's. Oh, this is Harrison's.
All right. Just made it. Harrison's Cave.
Hey, let's the furry fall off.
Somewhere.
Follow the group.
Some of our people.
Follow the group. Anybody with me? Anybody with me, man? Let's the furry.
If you're part of the island safari, just be on this side, please.
On the way to the caves.
We're going to go straight across.
Zip line.
Hi guys, in order to get downstairs, we need to bring those.
Getting into our vehicle. It's a tram. I'm gonna get elements.
And you know, I really know that you guys think you are in for a boring tour today. You see, they call me many things here at Harrison's Cave. But one thing no one has ever called me is boring. You see, Nicholas and I, we have a good reputation to uphold. We do the fun tours, the energy tours, you know? So think of yourself on Kyle's party bus right now, aside from some regular tram, alright? Alright guys, so just remember, keep your hands and legs inside of the tram. There is no standing on the tram as well. And please keep on these hard hats for the duration of our tour. And lastly, but most importantly, this is the one that I want you guys to remember. There is absolutely no touching of the walls or any of the formations in the cave, as that is an offense that is punishable by a $50,000 US fee. Alright?
Sideways.
Alright guys, so we are going to be feeling some water drops falling from the ceiling all throughout our tour today. And you know, I want us to embrace these drops, because you see, they actually come from the fountain of youth. So maybe if we rub them in our skin, we'll all come out 10 years younger today. Alright? Sweet. Alright guys, so this tunnel that we are currently passing through, this is what is known as the Voice Tunnel. Now this was constructed in 1975 by a Mr. Noel Boyce using a 955K Caterpillar excavator. And this was actually built specifically for ease of access into the cave. So we'll be able to build our road and take the tram tours like the one we're having right now. And very quickly, do we have anyone celebrating any anniversaries in December? Yes. I see you back there, yes sir. Do we have anyone celebrating any birthdays in December? Any December borns? 1, 2, 3. It's a double whammy for you, anniversary and birthday, huh? Alright guys, get those cameras ready. So welcome to the Great Hall. Now this is actually the largest chamber in Harrison's Cave. This chamber is 100 feet in height and 150 feet in width. And can you all see these formations hanging from the ceiling and some rising from the floor as well? Well, those ones up on the ceiling, those are called stalactites. And these formations rising from the floor, those are called stalagmites. Now these are formed due to calcium saturated water seeping through our limestone. And with every drip, it deposits a little piece of calcium, facilitating the growth of these calcium carbonate formations. They also grow at the rate of just 1 inch every 120 years. Oh yeah, it's crazy slow. And we will also see this chamber from about 4 different angles on tour today. And each time it's going to look different. You guys feeling those water drops there? Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact, it takes about 4 to 5 weeks from the time the rain falls on the surface to seep through this rock and then drip on our skin. So consider each drop a blast from the past, if you will. I want to remind everyone as well, we will make stops at every point of interest for both the front and the back tram, and everything that we see on the left will be on the right and vice versa on tour today, okay? So everyone is going to have equal opportunity for those ones. Alright, so take a look to your right here. You all see that water? That's about 85 to 95% pure drinkable water. Are you hearing how it? Don't worry, sir, I got it for you. Yes, my friends. That water is 85 to 95% pure drinkable rainwater. However, according to the government, that will cost us about 50,000 US a sip. I don't think anyone is that thirsty today, alright? I for sure am not. And don't worry guys, as I said, everything on this side will be on the opposite side and vice versa at some point. So even if you missed it, don't worry, we'll have one more chance. Alright my friends, so coming up on your left, as I'm about to bring up these lights, we're going to take a look at a collection of stalagmites that we like to call the village. Now it's really easy, really simple. There are no wrong answers, don't be shy, we're all friends here. Can anyone maybe tell me why people call this the village? That's right, because there's so many of them. So people say, Kyle, this looks like a village of people. I can see my mom, I can see my friends, my cousins. Some people say that they can see animals and some have a creative imagination. This is a PG tour, so we will leave it at that. It seems that we have some creative thinkers today, Nicholas. That's right. These formations also grow at the rate of 1 inch every 120 years. Alright guys, so as we move on up, you guys are going to notice a stream of running water to your left, accompanied by some chambers, some passageways. These are actually part of the original crawl spaces that Tony and Ole, the original explorers of the cave, would have used on their first journeys in. So these men would have been on their hands and knees crawling through these very passages in the dark as they tried to map the cave. Nicholas and I have also crawled through here on our eco tour in the dark, and let me tell you, that is quite the experience, to say the least. Alright guys, so now we are making our way up into one of Harrison's Cave's most special rooms. This room is called the Rotunda, also known as the Crystal Room. It has natural ceilings 50 feet high or 15 meters streams of running water in here. And let me tell you guys why this room is so special. You see, this is the one room in the cave that people are allowed to book, and people love to use this room to host their weddings. So we will set up the lights, chairs, tables, an aisle with an altar, and people literally come to this very space and tie that knot forever. This is also the first stop on our tour, where when the tram comes to a complete stop, you guys will be able to get off and walk around, take it all in.
Thank you, Todd. You are so welcome, my friend. That is no problem. What are you doing today? Very welcome. Oh, Italy. Italian. Nice, nice. Jack.
There he turns back on. Okay, he turns back.
Fun fact about the village is also just over 7,000 years old.
Wow.
I heard that China put up the funds and built. Did that, or is that not?
Definitely not. That is one thing that is 100% fiction.
Is that right?
Yes, that is 100% fiction. This entire cave, called Caves of Barbados, which is also government owned, and then Chukka would have taken over during COVID. Yes, however, the cave and the land itself is still owned and will forever be owned by the government. But Chukka operates the tours now. That's right. Yes.
Outsourcing. Everybody outsources.
Yes.
So you see, I know you guys might be wondering why we are here
No,
today. Very, very first time back in 1970. Oh yeah. You guys will also note that we don't have any animals or any life within the cave whatsoever. That's because they all live in that hole close to the natural entrance, because that's where their food is. So up in there we can, yeah, that's right. Bats, frogs, creepy crawlies, and other unsavory characters. I see a lot of you looking to my right, your right here as well. And I will have you know these are also part of the natural, untouched passageways that these men would have used. thought they would have encountered as well. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Twin Falls. And this is the first place in the cave that we men were able to somewhat stand and stretch those muscles and relieve those aches and pains of crawling for hours. They were also quite relieved to see another stream of running water on the left, indicating to them that the cave was much bigger than they initially thought. Of water at the end depositing some calcium, facilitating the growth. Oh yeah. Ooh. So take a look at these formations. Welcome to the lower Great Hall. So these formations would have withstood the testament of time, earthquakes, hurricanes, I mean you name it, still standing strong. Now you see here at Harrison's Cave, we also call this room the cathedral, and we love to use our imagination. If you guys take a look over your right shoulders, all the way up there, I was going to say in the shadows, but as you can see a tram coming in, I was going to say that's exactly where we would have entered the cave, and y'all would have seen this enormous chamber for the very first time. That's right, my one day. Do you have to represent that in the my brother? Come on, man. Alright guys, so welcome to our snake tunnel. And in here you guys are going to see some beautiful, some strange, and some deadly attractions. So, as many of you know, here in Barbados we don't have any ice or any snow whatsoever. But I like to think that this is the closest thing we have to it. Take a look at this. So welcome to our flowstone wall. And this is actually the youngest and fastest growing formation in Harrison's Cave. So this started growing in 1981 and it grows at the rate of 2.5 centimeters a year. And in cave terms that is lightning fast. Now we know it can be tempting, but please remember my friends, no touching. Your tour guides are watching and so is God.
A word more about God.
You know what, Nicholas? Some people, we call it a drapery because people say, Kyle, that looks like a piece of dirty laundry that was thrown over a chair, or maybe a curtain or a tablecloth. We're going to see a couple more of those on tour today, so make sure to have your eyes peeled. Now coming up on our left, I want everyone on tour today to make a special note of these two formations on your left. My friends in the front and the back as we pass. This is arguably the most special place in Harrison's Cave. This is called the altar, because this is where our couples come and get down on one knee and propose to each other. People come here to profess their love, renew their vows. And why do we call it the altar? Can y'all see that gentleman there on one knee, proposing to his very stern-looking female? Now you see, I always say he must really, really love her, because this man has been on his knees for 40,000 years, and she still hasn't said yes.
Or he hasn't heard her.
He doesn't know it yet, he's actually dodging a bullet. I think she might be a Scorpio, Nicholas. You think so? I think that's a Scorpio woman. remember me saying that's actually the deepest part of the cave that our trams allow us to go. However, the cave itself extends another 300 meters beyond that point, and then beyond that it is completely flooded. And here at Harrison's Cave that you all experience that 300 meters through something called our eco tour. And that's where we get you guys in your elbow pads and knee pads behind these rocks with these split chambers, and we crawl in the dark and in the wet, just like the original guys did. Who here thinks they'll be up for that? We got 2 hands to do this. You see, there are only a handful of guys that do this over here at the cave, and Nicholas and myself are too. So let's take one last look at the beautiful but deadly Mirror Lake. You know, it always amazes me how something so beautiful and innocent looking can be so sinister at the same time, you know? Kind of reminds me of my ex, to be honest. Yes, you know it. She was indeed a Scorpio. I guess you guys can also tell that I need some therapy as well. Alright, my friends, so I know a couple of you caught these coming down, but I bet majority of us didn't. Take a look above me at these 2 lines. Formation. That's right. So you all see this drapery on the top? Uh-oh. Is it on or off? On. Perfect. Okay, no problem. That's no problem. That is no problem. Some people say that this drapery here looks like a chandelier or maybe a squid. And then some say that this stalagmite looks like an octopus. I think it looks like a melting scoop of ice cream, personally. Now you see these 2 lovebirds are destined to be in the middle to form what is known as a column in 20,000 years. So when that time comes and you guys come back to Harrison's Cave, be sure to ask for Nicholas or Kyle. You know, you just might get a complimentary tram tour, a gallon of extra strong rum punch mixed by yours truly, and a 3-night stay at Nicholas's villa in the hills, alright? So I will see you in 20,000 years, just around the corner there. You know, someone also asked me earlier today, Kyle, why aren't we able to touch any of these beautiful formations? And it's really quite simple. You see, as humans, our skin, it carries natural oils, natural aromas. Some of us use sunblock, lotion, cologne, etc. And touching these formations that are made of calcium can cause severe discoloration, and in worst case scenario, something can actually break off, and we really don't want that happening. We take the preservation of the cave extremely seriously, and so does the government of Barbados. Alright, my friends, so as we make our way back up into the lower Great Hall, I will have you know that this chamber serves as a fantastic echo chamber. The acoustics in here are perfect for music. We've had people come here and line the halls, playing the violins as we conduct our tours. And man, you all should hear how beautiful that sounds. So I know you guys can see this other tour that's about to pass us here. And I'm pretty sure that we all know what to do. We're going to make it 2 for 2 in this cave today, alright? Yes, sir. Hello, guys.
Turn around!
You see that look that they gave us, like if we were crazy? Perfect. That's exactly what we were aiming for. So you know what, guys? Actually, at this point, we're going to take advantage of these acoustics in another way, and we are all together going to sing a big, hearty, happy birthday song for my 3 or 4 December-born patrons on tour today. Alright? So all together, 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip! Hip hip!
Hooray!
How was my singing, guys?
Yeah.
If you thought that was good, you should hear me in the shop. Now, 90% of the water that flows through the cave has to pass through Twin Falls first. Yeah. Alright, guys, so as we make our way back on up, coming up on your right, I want everyone on tour today to make a special note of a small boat here by the Explorer's Cove. So front and back, I want you all to take a good look at this boat because it is one of the most important things in the cave. Let me tell you why it's so important. You see, in the case of any major emergencies, like a cave-in or a collapse, and we aren't able to use the tunnel that we came through that dark hole and start heading for the natural entrance of the cave on the surface. Then we would have lunch and then send someone to get you guys. Unfortunately, since the cave opened in 1981, we have never had an emergency of that magnitude where we have ever had to use that boat. So let's hope it stays this way, right? That's right. You see, Harrison's Cave is a baby in comparison to other caves around the world, at just over 500,000 years old. It's also very much alive, meaning the water is still flowing, formations are still growing, and the natural processes are still occurring just as they did hundreds of thousands of years ago. Now I want you guys to get those cameras ready because we are going to take one last look at the upper Great Hall on our journey today. Alright guys, so actually way down there on the bottom in the corners, that's where we would have signed happy birthday and where we would have deafened our friends as well. Now if you guys remember me saying, these formations in the cave, it takes them 120 years just to grow 1 inch. So can you begin to imagine just how long it must have taken some of these big 6-foot formations to reach this size? Thousands of years. This chamber, this cave is just over 500,000 years old, meaning that it was here before we had people on this side of the planet. And here we are in 2023 being able to experience it on a tram with your tour guides Kyle and Nicholas today. It truly is amazing, you know, an ancient space. Alright, my friends, so this does conclude our tour to Harrison's Cave itself today. However, you know, here at Chaka, the fun never ends. If you're feeling a little hungry or maybe for a cocktail, we have our Green Monkey Bar and Grill. I like to say it's 5 p.m. somewhere, and here in Barbados it's 5 p.m. from 5 a.m. We don't get drunk, we get spirited. We also have our bird aviary on premises, absolutely complimentary to each and every one of you. Once the aviary is open right now, you guys will be able to go up there, walk inside, interact with the birds. It's a lovely experience. That is also accompanied by our very scenic nature trail, our gully walk, one of my personal favorite things to do there. I highly recommend it if you either want to do it or if you have the time. And Nicholas, this book was a good one today. Good vibes, good energy. I like that, you understand? I want to say for the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for choosing Chaka Caribbean Adventures and taking this tour with Nicholas and I today, alright? Y'all are amazing, my friends. Thank you. Okay, guys? Any appreciations are accepted once again. My name is Kyle. My driver today is Mr. Nicholas. And we hope that you enjoyed your tour. However, if you did not enjoy your tour, my name is Mark and this is Melvin, alright? And I think Nicholas did a fantastic job driving us through. Let's get a big round of applause for Nick. Thanks a lot, Nick. Yes, sir. Alright, guys. So, when the tram comes to a complete stop, we are going to disembark to the left and the left only. I'm going to show you guys where to put these hard hats and these dreaded hairnets. I cannot wait to take mine off. Woo. And yeah. There's a good looking group of people, man. Come and see them in the light properly. Oh, well, there's some photogenic people here today, man. Alright, guys. You remember reading this? We're in for a lot, man.
That was so funny. That was an awesome tour. As you have probably already seen. I got some good footage. That was funny. Oh, there's a lizard. See it crawling up the wall?
On the wall?
Yeah. It's an Oli. It's an anole. It's the ones that change. It's the ones that change colors.
Did you get it? Was he crawling?
I fell down.
She fell. I was showing her.
Oh,
that
how
she had
bad?
both-
I thought maybe it was a lizard that run up the back
No,
of her pants.
I was showing
Gonna
she
help her before.
she had mud on her back. That's where she fell.
It was, but I didn't think I'm gonna be so dirty.
I'll have to go straight back upstairs.
So I cannot wear the same pants anymore now.